Chapter 357, Purgatory Demonic Furnace. Hey Emph, if his cultivation was just low, I wouldn't have woken you. Demon Venerable Wuxia snorted coldly. If he did not rely on these numinous treasures today, he knew that with Songshi's ability to kill his senior master, he was definitely not this person's match. He was naturally unhappy. It's indeed something. Its essence, ki, and spirit are especially powerful. I've never seen such a powerful thing in the ancient era. The furnace clicked its tongue in wonder. And why is he still using the secret techniques of the sect? Isn't he afraid of death? I forgot to tell you that this person is very difficult to kill. He has great divine abilities. Demon Venerable Wuxia said expressionlessly. Oh, then I'm very interested. As soon as he finished speaking, it buzzed and shook. The void shattered, and a circle of ripples spread. Songshi felt a huge force collide with him. The guardian divine light shattered and he grunted as he retreated more than 1,000 feet. His eyes immediately lit up. Good stuff, he's so injured but still so powerful. It's not something that numinous artifacts can compare to. What's your name, kid, in the Purgatory Demonic Furnace? The sword in your hand is not bad. Throw it over immediately. I can recover a lot after eating it. When the time comes, it'll give you a quick death. The furnace spoke in an old-fashioned manner, filled with confidence. At the same time, it stared at the sword in Songshi's hand, wanting to devour the spirituality and materials inside to restore itself. Kill me first. Blood flames appeared on Songshi's body, and cracks began to appear on his body. The price of the heavenly demon disintegration technique was getting higher and higher. And correspondingly, his explosive power was getting stronger and stronger. Kill me, all the items on me are yours. It's not just this sword, there are also a few numinous artifacts. Songshi was bewitching. The light of the supreme sword became more and more resplendent, and the sword ki tore the void apart. Hey Emph, isn't it easy for me to kill you? A ball of green-black flames flew out of the Purgatory Demonic Furnace. Along the way, the void was burned and melted, containing a terrifying burning power. Songshi subconsciously raised his sword and slashed. The flames were split into two, but in the next second, the demonic flames fused as if they were alive and still landed on him. Previously, when he was attacked by Green Flame Demon Venerable's strange fire, Songshi's protective divine light was burned through in a single exchange. His nomological power was easily evaporated, and his body could not withstand it. Caught off guard, Songshi did not have time to do anything before his entire body burned fiercely. In the blink of an eye, he was enveloped by flames. Thankfully, he had the yin spirit body preventing him from turning into ashes. However, Songshi was helpless against the devil flame. Even the supreme yang true fire could not resist it. The demonic flames were simply pervasive. They entered his body and destroyed his meridians, burning his nascent soul. It was difficult to stop them. Under the terrifying burning, Songshi's soul dissipated in less than half a breath. His body subsequently turned into charcoal. Ding, you have been burned to death by the Purgatory Demonic Flames. Your soul has been destroyed. The rewards have been doubled. Your yin spirit body has been upgraded to high grade. You have absorbed strength from death. Reward, freedom attribute points. Songshi's newly awakened great yin spirit body directly advanced through ranks and was not far from his divine body. Kid, do you know that fire counters gold? You want to block my Purgatory Demonic Flame with a sword? The Purgatory Demonic Furnace smiled disdainfully and opened its mouth to swallow. The supreme sword that Songshi did not have time to put away was swept up by the flames and landed in the furnace. The body of the sword was instantly enveloped by the devil flame and immediately began to turn red and melt. It was hard to imagine that this was a top-grade spiritual sword. The spiritual essence of the supreme sword began to lose and was absorbed by the Purgatory Demonic Furnace. The metal was also devoured. The damaged parts of the latter began to repair and the light became brighter. This feels good. The material of this small sword is not bad. It's simply delicious. It can be said to be a great tonic for me. The Purgatory Demonic Furnace narrowed its eyes. There was a look of enjoyment in its eyes, as if a human had eaten a miracle pill. This guy doesn't know that you're Sky Demon Cult's #1 refiner and can devour other Dharma treasures to repair yourself. He actually dares to take out his Dharma treasures. Demon Venerable Yuhua smiled in satisfaction when he saw the outcome. However, just as he finished speaking, he sensed that something was wrong. He realized that Song Shi's charred body had suddenly disappeared, and his smile froze. The familiar scene made him focus. It's here again. He's going to revive again. What? The Purgatory demonic furnace, which was absorbing the essence of the Supreme Sword, turned its head on the spot and stared at a certain spot. It realized that Song Shi had appeared out of thin air and looked intact. How could it be related to the charcoal that was about to turn into ashes? There's indeed something strange. It understood why Yuhua said those words. This person was really difficult to kill. Impressive. Its power is comparable to that old man's Azure Yang spirit flame. Song Shi exclaimed in admiration. When he saw his supreme sword melting, the corners of his mouth immediately twitched. He had just used this sword to fight, and it was destroyed just like that. Even the spiritual sword can't withstand your flames. It's normal for me to not be able to withstand it. He was not surprised to be burned to death a second time. No matter how strong his divine body was, could it be that it was as tough as this top-grade spiritual sword? Not to mention that fire could burn everything. Therefore, before he could even fully execute Sky Demon disintegration, he was burned to ashes by the demonic flames. This is the first time I've encountered a guy who can't be burned to death. Then I shall burn him a few more times. Seeing that Song Shi did not leave the Purgatory demonic furnace, sneered and spat out a mouthful of demonic flames, enveloping Song Shi again. This time, Song Shi did not dodge at all. He was too lazy to even defend himself. He only tried his best to isolate his pain and reduce the agony. Soon, he was burned to a crisp and successfully died again. His yin spirit body was upgraded to top grade. The Purgatory demonic furnace rolled Song Shi's storage ring over. As soon as it opened it, it exclaimed, "Good Lord, there are so many treasures." He took out a few ores and Dharma treasures. His eyes lit up. Good stuff. This kid's level is low, but he's quite rich. Just as he threw the ores and a few Dharma treasures that could help him recover, Song Shi revived again. When he realized that his storage ring and heaven and earth pouch had been taken away, his expression darkened. Why don't care about moral ethics? I'm not even dead yet. How can you rob me already? Every time he died, he would protect his storage ring, heaven and earth pouch, and other worldly possessions. Typically, no one would come to collect their spoils of war in just 3 seconds. They would usually observe him more. Why was this person in such a hurry? When I'm hungry, of course I will find something to eat. Is there a problem? The Purgatory demonic furnace looked at Song Shi as if it was a matter of course. You really can't die. Strange, I've lived for tens of thousands of years, but I've never seen someone like you. How strange. It did not look afraid. Clearly, it had enough foundation to deal with Song Shi. Since you've swallowed my Dharma treasure, you can be my weapon in the future. Song Shi said coldly, so you should eat as much as you want. I'll subdue you after you've fattened up. You? The Purgatory demonic furnace mocked. Other than the master who created me, no one else has the right to subdue me. It opened its mouth and spat out a ball of fire that engulfed Song Shi. On the contrary, I can take you in today and refine you into a human-shaped Dharma treasure to order around. Song Shi was speechless. Why was this guy asking for a beating? If not for the fact that he couldn't win, he would have slapped him. I'll die a few times first and increase my foundation before dealing with this thing. He thought to himself and accepted the Purgatory demonic flames again.